So each slice represents a category.
Yeah. That's the correct answer. All right, 4, how are bar charts and Pareto charts related? How do you say that? Pareto? Pareto?
Pareto.
Pareto.
What was number 3? I couldn't get into the quiz.
Categorical. Each slice represents a category, and the area of each slice represents the proportion of total occupied by the category.
Okay, thank you.
The only difference between a bar chart and a Pareto chart is that the bar are ordered largest to smallest.
Yep. That's right. All right, 5. We conclude that P is normally distributed if NP is greater than or equal to 10 and N times 1 minus P is greater than or equal to 10. Is the P true proportion or sample proportion?
True.
What do you guys think?
It's a true proportion. True. The sample thing is the thing with the little carrot.
Oh, okay.
Thanks, babe.
What is N? That's question 6. Little sample size.
Yep.
Question 7. If P equals 1/4, what is the smallest N that satisfies the requirement? Wouldn't it be 4?
40, because if you go back up to the P, so it'd be your sample times whatever the true sample is, greater than 10. So 40 or greater or equal to.
Okay, greater or equal to.
So it would have to be at least 40. What's P again?
1/4.
Does it say what it is?
1/4.
Yeah,
that would be 40.
So if you did 40, try and, yeah. Do you guys understand? It's kind of tricky.
Yeah.
Not really.
Daryl, you need to talk.
Did you want to go over it a little bit more, Chase, so we can understand how we do that, or?
I'm good.
Okay. Sorry, I'm kind of rushing through because I got to go to work in a little bit.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
So suppose N equals 24 and P equals 0.4. What is the meaning of P with a caret? Or what is the meaning of P with a caret?
You can call it P hat.
You can't?
P hat.
Okay.
Hat, like it's got a hat on it. I don't know. That's what our other teacher would call it, P hat.
Gotcha.
I was going to say, is that really what you call it? Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we would call it.
It would be 0.4 because the mean of the sample mean, which is P hat, the mean of it's P.
Yeah.
Does that make so P? So that P is 0.4, and that P hat.
0.4 is the mean of P.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What's the standard deviation of P hat? Round to the 10th place.
So the square root of 0.4, and then well, I don't know. Yeah. So you guys can see.
Square root of 0.4.
This thing right here. You guys
Up just a little. To the left,
better?
just a little.
Your left or my other way?
You got it. That was perfect.
Okay. So it's
Okay.
0.4 because 0.4 is P times 1 minus P over what the is. And then after you do all that, you square root it. You guys think the last test was like super hard?
Yes.
It wasn't
I thought it was harder than the
hard,
first one.
but it was
Really?
easier than I thought it would be, actually, but I still didn't get a very good score on it.
That was the only
The
one that
number.
I've done decent on.
Yeah.
I found it
done
hard.
well on it.
Really, I bumped the first
Yeah,
one
I
super
thought-
hard, and this one I did really good on. So I'm confused.
Awesome. Yeah. Well, I was on like question 8 before I'm like, oh, I actually know one. And it worked out fine. I got a decent score, but test.
So for that
Okay.
problem, you get a 0.02,
I got
or am I just doing?
I got 0.1.
I also
0.1?
got 0.1.
must be
I'm doing something wrong. Do you square root just the top, or do you square root the whole problem? So like it's 0.4.
The whole thing.
the whole thing.
The whole thing. Okay, that's what I did wrong. Let me make sure.
Yeah.
Lots of parentheses.
1.4. 24. Square root. 0.1. Okay, or point. I would round up to a 0.2. Maybe I said it wrong.
I think I got 0.04 and then you rounded on. Is that what you guys got?
Hold on.
We're still on number 9.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I still have 0.1.
Yeah, I got 0.1.
I think in like 0.01. Oh, no, I got 0.1 now. Okay, never mind. I forgot to square it at the end there.
Awesome.
All right. Brittany's batting
I'm sorry, I'm not
average
trying to bait.
What?
I'm not trying to bail on reading. It's just somebody's microphone cut out. So that's why I'm not reading questions.
No, you're fine. So Brittany's batting average is 0.3. we want to determine the probability she will get more than 35 hits in her next 100 at bat. So n equals 100 and p equals 0.3. What is p hat? That still be 0.3?
0.30.
35.
That's
No,
right.
because that'd be p. So we want the mean. Yeah, 0.35.
0.35?
So the mean of p hat is 0.3. If that makes sense.
Mhm.
But p hat is not p.
P hat is not 0.3. So how do we find p hat? Let's see.
The equation says x over n, but I don't know what x and n is. Well, n is 100, but I don't know what x is.
X would be 35.
Okay. That actually makes sense.
So
So yeah, it would be 0.35. We didn't even have to do that.
That makes
p
sense.
hat, they're calling estimator, which the point in the last lessons were x. Now they're calling the point estimator p hat, which is so the p hat is the true value, and then just p, that's the portion, that's the mean of p hat. So whatever p hat is, it's the mean of p hat. That's what p is. That's the true. P hat portion, p is the true proportion. Does that make sense? I'm really tired. Sorry.
Right, the next one's what's the standard deviation of p hat?
I got 0.046.
That's what I got.
0.046. Okay. All right. Yeah, that's what I got. 0.046. What is the z-score?
So this is a formula for the.
So the value minus the mean divided by standard deviation is the z-score, right?
Yeah.
Yep, it's the value minus the mean. So the value and p is the mean of the value.
.09 or are we?
087.
087. All right. 13. What is the probability that she gets 5 hits in her next 100 at bat? Round to 3 decimal places.
So we got it. And then we only shade in the left-hand side. Right?
Yes. 0.139.
That's what I got.
Yeah. All right. If the true proportion of people who support a political candidate is P equals 0.52, and if N equals 2,000 people are surveyed, what we want to determine the probability that the results of the survey will suggest the candidate is losing the election, getting less than 50% of the votes. What is the standard deviation of P hat? Mm,
52 times, because, let me see. Yeah, because P is 0.52 standard deviation. It's right here.
Oh,
I got 0.011.
Same.
let's see. 0.52. Divided by 2,000.
Right, I was gonna say you need to call her.
All squared. 0.011.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Are we on 15?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's the value and what's the mean? Just so I make sure I'm getting this right.
The value would be 0.5.
0.5.
Is I had to figure, because it says getting less of the votes.
Okay.
So 0.5 minus 2 over 0.0.
Oh, so 0.5 minus 0.52 divided by.
Divide 0.011 deviation.
Okay.
I got negative 1.818.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Negative 1.818. All right.
In the applet.
You get 0.035.
Mm-hmm. I can't remember. Why are we only doing it to the left?
Because it's looking for less than, I guess.
Less than 50%. Okay, yeah. It said that's why. Sorry. I am so tired. I'm like, eh. Okay.
0.035.
So 0.035. Yeah.
We got everything right.
Sweet.
Thanks. You guys are awesome. We have an awesome group.
We do.
How do you want to start? How do you want to start doing the project thing?
Okay, we just thought what we're actually going to do. We threw around a whole bunch of ideas, but we didn't ever actually decide what we were gonna do.
Our
I
idea
liked-
from last time was
Yeah,
like way easy to do because like it was just so straightforward. We just looked up information. What we did was we took 3 different places and we split it up between the 3. There was 3 of us, and we each got like random cities and looked up how much it would cost to live in those cities, or like what the average housing was.
So, because I have assignment thing this week, because I'm trying to finish all this practicum stuff, but so do we have to just tell kind of what for the assignment, like design the study, do we just say like what our project is?
So design the study means that you have to come up with a null and alternative hypothesis, which would be like, if we were doing the region thing, does it cost more to live on the West Coast or East Coast or mid country? It would be like, the null hypothesis would be that everything is equal, there is no differences. And then the alternative hypothesis would be there are differences between living in different areas, basically. There is at least one difference.
Okay.
That one sounds good.
I like this idea. Are you guys okay with doing?
I can go back and look at kind of how it was set up, and then we can choose different different states or whatever
Places
so that it's our own, thing. But yeah,
that's good.
That one was so easy because you can go on Google, and I can't remember which site exactly. I'll have to look it up. But you just look up average home costs in like Alaska, and then you can type in
Whatever area.
different cities and stuff. Now, I will say that we can do it so for it to be truly random, our teacher told us to put in numbers and like do a random sample with numbers where you'd have to count how many. It was ridiculous. So for it to be truly random, they said that we had to do that. So we said that we did that, but we really just went through and just picked a bunch of random ones instead of doing like a random.
Oh, like put all the numbers in Excel and then do the random.
Yeah. Yeah. So that was the one area where we were like, so. But other than that, it was
I know it sounds
easiest.
Rudimentary, but what if we each put 10 cities, wrote them on a piece of paper, and we each however many out? That's random. Those.
Yeah, you can do that too. What I would suggest is, since there's we have to have 30, so we'll have 30 cities for each state. So there would be 3 states, 30 cities within those states to make it so our will be normal.
Size, yeah, the distribution.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we have to have how many states?
I think we can have just 3 because we're doing 3 regions, and for an ANOVA test, which it would be, right? It would be an ANOVA. You have to have 3 with, all those needs being met. So I think that would work. I can kind of get a general setup for it, and then I'll text you guys. And I can also, after you guys have approved it, I can send that information to the teacher so he can go over it before, and then let us know if there's anything we need to improve on it before it gets actually graded.
That sounds good.
Yeah, he said we could send it back and forth as many times as we need.
Okay. I don't even mind if they want us to do the random, to pull them randomly. I don't mind just spell sheet and just typing in a whole bunch of 3 states and then just even if we put in 40 and that would still be random, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I don't mind doing that either. That sounds great, Cassie. We'll just let us know what I'm willing to help. You know more what we're doing than I do.
Oh, well, and this part's the easy part too. And there's really only one person can be going back and forth, you know. If everybody
Okay.
was, then it would make it kind of hard. So,
Okay.
you guys are great.
Yeah. Okay.
Thanks, guys.
You guys for doing this later. I appreciate it.
Oh, no problem.
All right. We'll see you Thursday.
See ya.